been creating some of the most premium-looking motion graphics I have ever made, and I have not been editing a single thing. No After Effects, no complex animation software, no design degree. Just Claude and CapCut working together in a way that most editors have no idea is possible yet. The results take minutes to produce and look like something a professional motion designer spent hours building. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up, walk you through every technique from beginner to advanced, and by the end, you will be producing motion graphics that genuinely elevate the look of your content immediately. Before we get into the practical steps, it is worth understanding why Claude and CapCut work so well together, because the logic behind it makes every step easier to follow. CapCut is one of the most capable and accessible video editing platforms available right now. It handles the visual presentation of your content, the timeline, the footage, the color, the text, the final export. But building premium motion graphics inside CapCut has always required either significant design skill or expensive third-party tools. Claude fills that gap. It can generate files, code, and animations that CapCut can directly import and use. Things like color grading files, subtitle animation files, and full motion graphic sequences with transparent backgrounds that you drop straight onto your timeline. You describe what you want in plain language. Claude builds it. You bring it into CapCut and use it immediately. The result is a workflow that gives anyone access to the kind of motion graphic quality that previously required a specialist. The most accessible place to start is with capabilities that require no paid subscription at all. The first is color grading. Claude can generate a LUT file, a color grading preset, based on a simple description of the look you want. Ask for a clean, soft pastel look for studio videos. Describe the mood and aesthetic you are going for, and Claude produces a working LUT file you can download. Take that file into CapCut, import it through the adjustment settings, apply it as a layer over your footage, and adjust the strength to taste. The result is a consistent, professional color grade applied across your entire edit in under 2 minutes. If the initial result is not quite right, you simply describe the adjustment you want. Remove a particular color cast, increase the warmth, reduce the contrast, and Claude generates a new version instantly. No guessing at color wheels, no technical knowledge required. Just describe what you want and refine until it matches your vision. The second free capability is animated counting numbers. If you want a numbers counting effect in your video, a dollar amount building up, a statistic increasing, a countdown sequence, Claude can generate an SRT subtitle file that creates the entire animation automatically. Specify your start number, your end number, the timing, and any formatting like a currency symbol, and Claude produces a file ready to drag directly onto your CapCut timeline. All the individual subtitle layers are created, and you can style them with whatever font, size, and color you want in CapCut. Group them into a compound clip and adjust the playback speed to control how fast the numbers move. The more powerful capabilities require setting up an additional tool called Remotion, alongside Claude Code. Remotion gives Claude the knowledge and capability to create full motion graphic animations. Things like animated elements with glows and movement, custom-shaped graphics, map animations, and search bar effects with live typing simulation. The setup involves installing Node.js on your computer first. This is free and takes a few minutes, and then running a single installation command inside Claude Code. Once Remotion is installed and working, the range of what Claude can create expands dramatically. From this point, you are building production-quality motion graphics through plain language conversation with no coding required on your end. The first advanced capability to explore is motion backgrounds. These are animated visual backgrounds you can use behind your content. Flowing gradients, moving color fields, atmospheric effects that add production value to any scene. The process starts on Pinterest. Search for gradient backgrounds or abstract motion backgrounds and find a still image that captures the color palette and mood you want. Download that image and bring it into Claude Code as a reference. Then, describe what you want Claude to create a moving version of that background, animated to loop smoothly, in the aspect ratio and duration you need. Claude generates the animation based on your reference image, preserving the colors and textures while adding movement. When you preview it and want changes, faster movement, different timing, more subtle motion, you describe the adjustment in plain language, and Claude updates the file in seconds. When you are happy with the result, you render it and bring it into CapCut as a background layer. One of the most directly useful motion graphic formats for video content is an animated list that reveals items one by one. When viewers can see a clear structure of what the video is going to cover, they have a stronger reason to keep watching. This directly supports viewer retention. Creating this effect through Claude starts with a Pinterest reference image showing the visual style you want. Pill-shaped UI elements, specific color treatments, a particular animation feel. Bring that reference into Claude code and describe the list you want to create. How many items, what text goes in each one, what kind of animation you want for the reveal, whether you want glow effects or motion while the items hold on screen. Claude will ask clarifying questions before generating the layout, orientation, the animation timing, whether items should animate in sequence or overlap, what the background should be. Answer each question in plain language. When Claude has enough information, it builds the full animation. The output can be refined through simple follow-up instructions. Make everything 10% larger. Change the font to something specific. Speed up the entrance animation. Make the background transparent so the graphic can be layered over footage or a custom motion background in CapCut. Each adjustment is made in seconds without touching any code. A search bar with orbiting light effects and live typing simulation is the kind of element you see in high production value explainer content. It draws attention, adds visual interest, and communicates the idea of searching or discovering something in a visually engaging way. Building this in Claude starts the same way. A reference image for visual style, a description of what you want, and a series of clarifying questions from Claude about dimensions, colors, animation behavior, and glow intensity. Once the base design is established, you can layer on additional elements in the same session. Adding live typing animation, text that appears to be typed in real time, complete with occasional errors and corrections that make it look genuinely human, is a single follow-up prompt. Describe the text you want to appear, the typing speed and variation you want, and Claude adds the animation on top of the existing design. The level of production quality this produces, a glowing animated search bar with orbiting light effects and realistic typing behavior, would take significant technical skill to build manually. Through this workflow, it takes under 30 minutes, including all the refinement. 2 more effects that add significant production value to specific types of content. Text highlighting, where specific words or phrases in a screenshot appear to be highlighted in real time, as though someone is reading and marking them, is a format that works particularly well in news commentary, educational content, and analysis videos. Bring your screenshot into Claude, describe which words you want highlighted, and specify the animation style. Claude generates the animation with the highlight effect, rendering smoothly across the selected text. Map animations are useful for travel content, documentary-style storytelling, or any video that involves locations and movement between them. Claude can generate an animated map sequence showing a route between 2 points with camera movement, globe effects, and custom styling. Specify your start and end locations, the visual style you want, and any camera behavior preferences. Claude builds the animation and renders it to a file you can drop into CapCut. A few things that significantly improve the quality and efficiency of this workflow. Use numerical values when describing changes. Instead of asking for something to be smaller, try asking for it to be reduced by 30%. Instead of faster, try 3 times faster. Specific numbers give Claude a precise target and reduce the number of iterations needed to reach the result you want. Always end your prompts by asking Claude if it has any clarifying questions. This single habit prevents a lot of wasted generations. Claude may have interpreted something differently from what you intended, and a few clarifying questions up front costs 30 seconds, but saves several minutes of regeneration. When working with advanced animations, set permissions to bypass automatic approval so Claude can access the files it needs without pausing to ask permission for every action. This keeps the workflow flowing continuously. Color grades, counting animations, motion backgrounds, stacked list graphics, search bars, text highlighting, map sequences, all of them built through plain language conversation with Claude and brought directly into CapCut. The combination gives you motion graphic capabilities that were previously out of reach, without specialist skills or expensive software. Start this week with the free capabilities. Generate a LUT for your current project. Try the counting number effect. Once you see how those work, the setup for the advanced remotion capabilities will make complete sense, and the range of what you can create will open up significantly from there. And if you think this changes things for editors, in the next video, I'm going to show you something that changes things for everyone who makes YouTube videos. Claude Code just completely transformed how YouTube content gets planned, scripted, and produced. And I'm going to walk through the entire process step by step. Click the next video right now, and I will see you there. If this gave you something valuable, leave a comment telling me the one thing you're committing to change about how you use AI. I want to hear it. And if you want to go even deeper, stick around. There's more where this came from.